Well, joining us now to discuss is Dr. Michael Savage, host of the Michael Savage Show podcast. Michael, glad to have you with us. You know, it just amazes me. There's a red wave on the horizon right now, right? And the midterm's a little over 6 months away. You would think Democrats would want to be on their best behavior, but then they pull out nonsense like this. What do you make of it?
Jen and Betsy, thanks for having me on. I love Thursday nights. It's more liberal insanity. It's more liberal insanity. Look, I wrote the book in '05, Liberalism is a Mental Disorder. It's illegal, it's immoral, and it's unconstitutional. What more do we need to know? But that never stopped a Democrat before, has it?
Well,
but liberal insanity, I'm sorry, but liberal insanity is not limited to taxation. It's everywhere. It's a toxin that's poisoning our culture.
I looked into this.
Michael, why aren't they getting the message?
Well, wait a second. I just wanted to ask him this because he said it was unconstitutional. And that's the part that really worried me, because I looked back to that 1905 U.S. Supreme Court case, Jacobson versus Massachusetts, where the United States Supreme Court upheld the authority of the state of Massachusetts to impose a smallpox vaccine and charge anyone who refused to get it a penalty. Now, maybe it won't apply this time because this vaccine doesn't really stop the spread of the disease. It's just a disease tamer, unlike smallpox. But it did make me worry, Michael. It did make me worry that if the Democrats were stupid enough and tone deaf enough to actually pass this, that we freedom lovers might have a hard time in court.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I didn't know that the Supreme Court at that time upheld such a stunning violation of individual rights.
Right.
I don't know that this Supreme Court would reaffirm that. It's hard to say. I mean, we have a more rational Supreme Court today. Thank God Trump put enough people on it for us to live in somewhat some degree of safety for a while. But who knows where this is going to end? Mm-hmm. The fact is that the poison, the toxic poison of left-wing fanaticism is everywhere. It has spread like a toxin. There's no other word for it. I think we were going to talk about Netflix and what's happening to them,
I was going to say, let's talk about Netflix. They're imploding right now. What's going on?
Oh, this is a topic I love. First of all, I'm a movie addict. I've been a movie addict since I'm a little child. I work very hard with the news, and it's overwhelming me with the war and the nightmare with Biden. I like to watch movies at night. And I've watched Netflix from its inception. I've watched so many dramas, and then they started to get warped and warped and more warped. And I looked into what the hell are they doing? Pardon me, what the heck are they doing? So let's start at the top. Ted Sarandos, who was the CEO, has a wife named Nicole Avent. It turns out she was Obama's ambassador to the Bahamas. Innocent enough. But they signed an obscene deal with the Obamas. But the Obamas didn't just make a few products for them. The Obamas have somehow inveigled their mentality into every new production, so that you could call it woke if you want. I don't like the word myself. It really means something. What it means is, and I hope you don't get mad at me, we all know what woke means. I know people who've turned it off. They cannot take it anymore. Series that they loved in season 1 have become unwatchable by season 3. They're all anti-family, anti-white, anti-straight programming, to be nakedly truthful about it from my point of view. And I'm not asking you to confirm it, but I know people who are turning it off. I watch, instead of the stuff they're producing, stuff from Norway, Italy, Spain, France, Argentina. I watch Korean crime thrillers. I'll give you many examples. I loved Ozark in season 1. By season 3, it became something else. I like Undercover. Season 1, fantastic. By season 3, his sister has suddenly become a woman living with another woman. I mean, it wasn't even part of the plot in Belgium. Why did they have to put that in there? What's the point? And a lot of people are offended by it, by the way. They're offended by it. I mean, let's be naked about it. I know people who used to watch Netflix. They don't want to watch it anymore. I'll give you another couple of examples, if you want them. I mean, I love movies so much I could go on and on about them.
So, Michael, what's the alternative for those of us that are sick and tired of this? We turn on Netflix and there's all these woke new dramas and so forth. Where else do we turn?
We need a new Netflix. We need a Michael Flix. I don't know what we need.
We need a list.
We need a Newsmax Flix.
We need your previewed
list. We need a Chris Ruddy Flix. We need a Jen and Betsy Flix.
Yeah.
You know what I'm doing as a result at night when I turn it on and I say, again, they're doing this to me? I can't take it. I'm going and talking into my TV wand where you can call for what you want. And I say 50s noir, and I get TCM. I always search TCM. I love 50s noir
You
movies.
can't go wrong.
I'm
Back when men were
crazy.
men and women were women, right, Michael?
Oh, how dare you say that? I love Sterling Hayden movies. I like Broderick Crawford movies. I'm never disappointed. I know how the plot's going to emerge. The men are tough. They're strong. They're good. They're nice to women. And they're all gruff, something I can relate to. But they have hearts of gold like I do. Well, you take guys like Sterling Hayden. Does anyone even remember him? Do you know that Sterling Hayden, who played the corrupt detective in The Godfather, remember the tall Irish guy who punched Michael Corleone in the face?
Right.
I don't know if you remember him. That was Sterling Hayden, and he lived down the road from me in Sausalito. In fact, I went to the barber shop today in Sausalito where they have a picture of Sterling Hayden on the wall, and I said to this old Italian barber, I said, if you could cut Sterling Hayden's hair, you can cut mine. And I went in there, and he gave me a very nice
love it,
haircut.
Michael.
by the way.
Bravo. Next
And a
week,
nice
bring
new
your
haircut.
favorite
You look
list
fantastic.
Your list of favorite films for us. Will you do that
Yes.
next week?
We'll look forward to seeing that
Yeah.
next week. Michael
Well,
Savage,
wait, but
always a
wait, what I have
pleasure.
for you.
Thursdays are the best.
I want to go back.
Who is this?
RCA had a mascot called Nipper the dog. That's what it looked like in the 50s. That was RCA's mascot.
That looks, yes. That's
Can I
the
tell
mascot
you what their
right
mascot
there.
would look like today? I don't dare say it. This is a
Yeah.
family show.
That's what, yeah, well,
Bye,
we have to
Michael.
leave it there.
It would
Gotta
be
go.
Nipper
Yeah,
has
leave
two
it there.
mothers.
Bye, Michael.
Nipper has two mommies.